Robinson and Anthony just saw the opening kickoff. Benedict already started off by hitting hard.
And Jamie, you guys come out Benedict and on defense on a whole level. So great last year, man. Even better this year.
So we're looking at that starting lineup. Morehouse will get the football first on like 18-yard line. Derek West starting quarterback for the Tigers. We'll see if they can get started good. Already going for it and the football off the left side. Big up the middle. Check out the second.
Stop maybe number
Like Charles Daniels will get up to the 20-yard line. Up to the 21. Second and about 7 for the Maroon Tigers. Definitely want to establish the run game first. Again, coming in at 0-4 and just look at the way this squad is going. Charles Daniels on that last run. They want to get started early, establish some momentum, going against this juggernaut we call the Benedict Tigers. West looking to pass, has some pressure, flushed out to his left. Has some grass in front of him, still looking to pass. Shoots the ball upfield and intercepted. And that's what you didn't want to see. If you were Morehouse, intercepted by number 1, Giovanni Melidor. And the Benedict Tigers will get the ball at the 45-yard line already with a crucial mistake by Morehouse. But Johnny on the spot. Benedict, and they'll get the ball back on offense. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. And you can't have those kind of mistakes. So here's Dennis, signal caller for the Benedict Tigers. Ball looks to go out. Throws a quick pass out to about the 49. That's number 18. Jalen Jones on the reception. Good pickup on the play. Pick up about 6 yards on the play. So it's 2nd and 4. It's a quick tempo offense. For Benedict getting started. Hand the ball off this time. Bevy of running backs. That is number 21. Andre Duhart. One of those 3 backs that you'll see for Benedict today. He gets to start. So it's like pick up about. We'll see where they mark it. So about 3.5. No, they'll call it first down. So they'll move the chains for Benedict. Duhart gets the first down. Fresh set of downs here at the 45-yard line. Now on the plus side. So first and 10 at the 45-yard line as Benedict gets the ball after a turnover by Morehouse. Another handout to Duhart, goes up the right side at a 30, 25, 20. And knocked out at about 11. We'll see where they mark it, the 10-yard line. So Andre Duhart on his horse. And again, Benedict showing the ability to both pass and run the football. Quick strike offense. They're already back to the line of scrimmage at the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Benedict Tigers.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle by number 0.
This was quick pass to number 18, Jalen Jones, in for the touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see what this flag is about. Aeneas Dennis out to Jalen Jones. Once we see this flag, we'll see if the touchdown stands. It is a holding call. So holding call on Benedict negates that touchdown. 12:20 left here in the opening quarter. Already with a turnover by the Maroon Tigers on an interception by number 1, Giovanni Melidor. Again, you see the capabilities of this offense absolutely showing itself, being able to run the football early and pass. So Dennis in the gun. Jones will motion over to the left side. He'll get set. Dennis looking to pass. Has plenty of time. Flushed out to his right. Looking for a receiver. Dumps it out to Duhart, but behind him. Tell you what, that's a hard pass to catch if you're a running back, but we know Duhart is capable.
I tell you what, Jamie, Benedict's offense is still not quite there yet. In fact, they've had trouble inside the 20 moving in some of the previous games. So not quite there like the defense just yet.
So 11:55 left here in the opening quarter. Dennis looking to see what the defense will do. Getting the play from the sidelines. Dennis looking to pass, shoots it to the left side, has plenty of time. I'll tell you what, incomplete pass, almost intercepted by Morehouse defender. That's number 22 of Morehouse, Cameron Selders. I'll tell you what, that's a really long throw from the right hash all the way over to the left side.
And a dangerous pass, Jamie, as well. That should have been picked, well, could have been picked off.
So 3rd and goal for Benedict. Morehouse showing blitz, but looks like they'll back out of it. Looks like we will have a timeout, Morehouse. So we'll stay here. Again, Anthony, we're talking about great environment for football here today at Benedict. You know, Morehouse coming, making a trip from Atlanta. But you got to love what you see as far as this crowd.
You know, there's a lot of buzz, a lot of noise in Columbia about Benedict College, not just in Columbia, but throughout South Carolina. Benedict football has changed drastically over the last 2 seasons and is carrying on through today. Coach Berry's first season, he went 5-5. His second season, he went 11-1. And at this point, they're 4-0, looking to make it 5 against Morehouse. And, you know, Benedict, as a team, has only given up 10 points in 4 games. They've, in fact, scored 171.
Outstanding. That defense is definitely formidable. Talked to Coach Berry earlier this week. He talked about basically the 7 to 8 man rotation with that defensive line. So when you can bring that many bodies into a game, you can always keep someone fresh. So 3rd and goal from, it's like the 16. Dennis looking to pass. Actually looking for what the defense may bring them from Morehouse. Trips to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side as Dennis is in the gun. Morehouse showing blitz, and they are coming. Dennis looking to pass, shoots one up the middle, and nearly caught but broken up by number 35, Isaiah Wimbush, with the pass breakup. And again, you talked about the red zone woes, especially early on in the game for Benedict, kind of showed itself there. That penalty really threw them off.
Yes, that's 7 points off the board. They've been blessed, Benedict, to bring in a really good place kicker, Tom Piccarello. And let's see what Tom's going to do. He's a transfer graduate student.
So Tom, kick is up, and it is good. So Benedict on the board first, 28-yard field goal. 11:38 left here in the first quarter. Your score, Benedict 3, Morehouse 0. And we'll keep it here for a second. And again, talking about just what is a beautiful evening for football. I'll tell you what, picturesque. You see what's going on here. You see the crowd. You see a couple of bands in the place. You love this kind of atmosphere for football.
You have to love it, and the weather's good. You know, you think about, hey, it was a little sunny earlier today. It's kind of warm, but you knew right around 6 o'clock the weather would be setting just right. The crowd is still coming in here at Benedict, and the band is playing. And at 11 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first quarter, Benedict is up 3-0.
Already, so it's like Lucas Wynn will be kicking off for the Benedict Tigers. Back to return, number 34, Chase Devon. 5'9", 165-pounder from Houston, Texas. So, again, Benedict striking first. Capitalize on a turnover, early turnover by Morehouse. Ball is kicked. It'll be fielded at around the 5-yard line. So, Devon through the 15, 20. Has some running room. Gets up to about the 29. Hard hit that time. And I tell you what, that again was number 1, Giovanni Melidor, we've already talked about him a couple of times today. Looks like he's ready to play some ball.
I'll tell you what, Melidor came out there and laid the wood on that hit.
Absolutely.
But now, at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, I'll tell you what, I'm still excited about seeing Benedict's defense.
Benedict's defense is absolutely phenomenal. When you're talking about, that front seven, again, I have to, for the last couple of years in covering just the SIAC in general, one of the people that continues to impress for me is J-Ron Kilpatrick. Playing that spur position, he's just kind of everywhere. Get a handoff to the right side, still on his feet, but brought down. That's number 28, Chase Hurd.
He's brought down there by defensive end Jaden Broughton. Jaden Broughton's from Moncks Corner, South Carolina.
Okay.
That low country area near Charleston, and it's going to be he's another one.
Produces a lot of players.
And we hadn't heard John Hannibal's name yet.
Have not, but I'm sure we're gonna hear his name. So it looks like a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Maroon Tigers as they look toward the sidelines for their play as well. Looks like they'll have trips to the near side, tight end to the far side as West looking for the snap. It's like he'll hand the ball off again on the right side, but stopped. Once again, we talked about that defense. And again, stopped by number 5, Joshua Hayward.
Joshua Hayward's another Charleston area young man. There's a lot of pro scouts interested in Joshua Hayward.
Yeah, has the optimal size and speed. You love to see it. Loss of 4 on the play, so now 3rd and 13 for the Maroon Tigers. 10-13 left here in this opening quarter. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network for Benedict Tiger football. So 3 receivers to the near side, 1 wide to the far side. West in the gun. Gets the snap, looking to pass. Has some pressure, steps up in the pocket, shoots it out to his left side and completes it. And that's to number 1, Marquez Pride.
Marquez Pride ate up a whole lot of green grass on that reception. It's leading to a 1st down for Morehouse.
Absolutely. Stopped on the play by Amari Pettis. But again, see some positivity for this Morehouse offense. Talked this week to Coach Wiltshire as well, and his concern was just this formidable squad of Benedict being able to, kind of move men around and push. They have an established program. He gives credit and kudos to the Benedict College program, Coach Barry and others, and really having a full program. So wanted to see what he would be able to do as Derek West comes out the back door with the football, but stopped on the play again by Aaron Miller, defensive end. And Aaron Miller was one of the names he also mentioned in our phone call who has stepped up this year. Luba Nanellis gets a lot of the praise, but that, I'm telling you, all of those guys in rotation are absolute formidable guys that can, stop players on defense.
And you bet, Jamie. Aaron Miller's out of Decatur, Georgia, man. That Atlanta area of Georgia. Enough said about football down there.
Absolutely. We talk about that metro area in general. You're talking about all of the counties and, DeKalb, Cobb, Fulton, Clayton, but stretch it out a little bit more, east side, west side. You're dealing with a lot. So West looking to pass, shoots a pass up the left side. A little bit of contact, and the flag is thrown. Tried to go to number 2, Cameron Brunson, and the flag will be called. Looks like
that's Dathan Peterson.
Yeah, number 4, Dathan Peterson, playing that corner spot.
Yeah. Got a little too aggressive with him, Jimmy. Got up on him, and I knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, just can't touch receivers coming out anymore, especially after 5 yards. So looks like Morehouse will get. We'll see. Actually called that penalty on number 5, Joshua Hayward. So it looks like Morehouse will get a new set of downs. And right now, positive drive for the Maroon Tigers as they are now, we'll see where the ball is spotted. It looks like around the 40-yard line. 39 to be exact. So 1st and 10 as they are in plus territory at this point. And we'll see what they decide to do here. again, being able to run the football effectively with Charles Daniels so far. So 1st and 10. At the 39, West in the gun. It looks like.
In fact, you got Danellis jumping down.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a couple of interior players for Benedict, including Danellis. It's like he'll have to come out of play.
So the thing about it, that's 5 more yards for Morehouse.
Yes, it is.
And that drive is moving pretty good considering we're more started at the 30 at the 29.
They did. One of the keys to this game for Morehouse, or really for Benedict, was not to give Morehouse hope. You know, they have the opposite records. You know, Benedict coming in 4-0, Morehouse coming in 0-4. But when a team gains momentum, you never know what hope they kind of get. So,
are you right about that, Jamie? Because Morehouse would love to be the first team to beat in the SIAC to beat Benedict in the last 2 years.
They would. So 1st and 5 for Morehouse. West looks towards the sideline. Daniels to his left. It's like you have a one-on-one matchup at the top of the screen. West calling for the snap, begging for the snap. Hands it off to Daniels on the right side, but he'll get bottled up, leading the charge. Number 8, Jalen Broughton. And that'll be 2nd down. Looks like no gain on the play. 8:01 left here in the opening quarter. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network for Benedict Tiger football. So we have 2nd and 5 for Morehouse.
Looked like there was a lot of confusion among the Morehouse offensive line, or at least the center. The quarterback's doing a lot to try and get the ball at least snapped to him.
Absolutely. He was virtually begging for the snap. So 2nd and 5 again, 7:33 and counting here in the opening quarter. Derek West, and their quarterback looking to pass, shoots a pass out to the right side and completes it. And goes to number 46, Quintavious Clay.
Bringing him down was Nathan Peterson.
Good stop. Gain of 4 on the play, so 3rd and 1 for Morehouse. It would be big if they could continue this drive. Running clock again. Haven't had much luck in the year, but who knows? May start off fast and see what happens. So Benedict changes some things around on defense. West in the gun. Daniels to his right. Will hand it to Daniels. Cuts back. And looks like he'll get enough for the 1st down with about a 3-yard pickup. It looks like on the stop, number 12, Dedrick Starks.
Tell you what, Dedrick Starks is one of those Columbia area kids. He's a linebacker out there. Played at Irmo High School, which is right here in the Columbia area.
So a lot of Columbia area kids definitely recruiting the state of South Carolina hard. So Morehouse with some success here on their virtual opening drive. And, you know, they threw the interception last drive, but having some success so far and being able to go against this Benedict front. So West in the gun, tight formation. We'll hand to Daniels on the right side again. Has some running room, still on his feet. Cross over to 20, 15, and down to about the 11-yard line. So Charles Daniels on the carry.
We have a Tiger down there.
Oh, yeah. We had an injured player.
I tell you what, Jamie, it's one of the best drives I've seen against Benedict all season.
Absolutely. Looks like player get up under his own power, so glad he's okay. Not sure if it's an injury timeout or media, but hold it right here in the Black College Sports Network. Glad you could join us for Benedict Tiger football. And you're right, Anthony. When you're talking about just a team being able to drive on this Benedict defense, hey, this is an 0-4 squad, but right now, they don't look like it.
No, I tell you. And they're going against the number 1 team defensively, not only in SIAC, but a whole lot of areas as well across Division II football.
Absolutely. You're talking about the defending D2 HBCU national champions who has done a lot to improve their squad. We talked about losing some key members, and they did. But I tell you what, Coach Barry went out and his staff and others have gone out to reload this squad. And right now, they look like the team to beat in the SIAC, but still a long way to go. So 1st and 10 for Morehouse, 5:34 and counting here in the opening quarter. Derek West at quarterback for the Maroon Tigers. Charles Daniels standing to his left. They scan the defense. Benedict showing blitz, but backs out of it. Daniels again cuts it back to the middle, has some running room, and gets positive yardage.
I think he was brought down again by Dedrick Starks, number 12.
That was Dedrick Starks on the tackle, so active early, but gain of about 4 on the play, so 2nd and 6. Positive yardage here for Morehouse right now. And they can punch it into the end zone. I tell you what, it will make the game interesting, at least early.
Well, you know what, Jamie? It won't just give Morehouse hope. It'll give Morehouse a lot of confidence. And then look at what they're doing now to Benedict's defense.
So 4:41 and counting here in the opening quarter. West in the gun. Hands it to Daniels again, but bottled up this time and hit hard. Maybe got a gain of 2 or 3. Tell you what, leading the charge there, number 91, Marcellus Livingstone. So now 3rd down for Morehouse. And again, them being able to run the football effectively against this front. Again, talking to Coach Wiltshire this week, one of his, things that he talked about when it came to Benedict was them looking the part as far as a good Division II football program, especially in the weight room. So West in the gun, shoots it to the right. Had some hand contact, but no call on the play, and it'll fall incomplete. Looks like defending on the play again, number 5, Joshua Hayward.
I'm very impressed with this drive from Morehouse. Benedict hadn't seen this all season. So it took 5 games to have a drive like this sustained against them. And they're in for the field goal.
Looks like Danny Elrod will be kicking for Morehouse. Kick is up, and it is good. So Morehouse comes back to tie the score at 3 with 3:50 left here in the opening quarter. We'll take a break here from Columbia, South Carolina. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network.
At Hampton Law, our primary goal is to provide non-traditional yet effective solutions and redefine the approach to client legal concerns. As your trusted legal advisor, we believe in sophisticated, personalized services that eliminate the confusion and complexity sometimes associated with legal matters. Our high standard for client care and concern, coupled with our extensive legal knowledge and skills, make Hampton Law a resource focused on the protection of the client's interest and overall goals. We value our clients and truly enjoy working with them. Visit thamptonlaw.com to conveniently schedule an appointment online. Tamika Hampton, Esquire.
And we are back here on the Black College Sports Network. Glad you could join us. Morehouse. Around the 15-yard line, comes up the middle, has some running room. Nearly brought down hard, and we'll see if there is a call. That was number 82.
Unnecessary roughness, number 23 on kicking team. 15-yard penalty be added to the end of the kick. First down.
After the third penalty, first down, Tiger.
Pass rolls to his right, completes the pass again to Jalen Jones. Goes out of bounds. Content with the short passing game here early.
Yeah, I'm surprised we hadn't seen Zaire Scotland yet. Normally the lead or the first team running back that we have been seeing.
So 2nd and 4, handoff on the right side. We'll get that back in a second. We're mixing it between DeAndre Duhart and others. And
I'm not surprised by that laundry on the field with this, Jamie.
As we're looking at the replay, Jalen Taylor was actually on that rush. And that was a pretty long, usually the officials will give some leeway.
After the play, personal foul, exterior roughness, defense number 17, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
They usually give some leeway to those kind of tackles, but when you're continuing to hold up a running back and they're blowing the whistle obsessively almost, then you got to just stop at that point. So now again, Benedict with a fresh set of downs at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Here in plus territory, nearly in the red zone. 2:57 left here in the opening quarter. Got a 3-3 tie so far. It's Aeneas Dennis. Shifts the tight end to the right. Hand off to Taylor again on the right side. Had some running room. Still churning those legs and made out what he could. Tell you what, give kudos to that lead blocking, number 62. That's LaJuan Pauling.
Pollock was leading on that block.
Absolutely. So gain of about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. 2:22 left here in the opening quarter. Benedict looking to get back on the board. So pistol set here for Benedict. Has some shifting around. Now Taylor to Dennis's left. Will hand it off to Taylor again. No running room that time. And good tackle by number 42, Caleb Grant.
You see what's down on the ground again.
I do see the laundry. And tell you what, this is usually in the area of holding. We'll see what the call is.
Well, I'll tell you what, Morehouse is not the team to get Benedict excited, and you shouldn't give Benedict, reasons to move the ball forward without them having to move it forward.
Okay, so thought they were going to call a horse collar tackle. Looks like it wasn't going to be called or not called, so loss on the play that time. Loss of about 5 to 6 on it. So now 3rd and 12 for Benedict. And you called it. I tell you what, you're talking about not getting points here in the opening quarter kind of has been a pattern with this team. Is official stoppage. Not sure what that was about. So 3rd and 12 for Benedict. Aeneas Dennis back alone, 5 wide for Benedict. It's Morehouse showing blitz. It's like Dennis checking out of the play, looking to pass. Has some pressure flush to his left. Great adjustment. It looks like he hits Jones again. Check that. That's actually number 17. Nick Sowell.
Nick Sowell's that wide receiver out of right here in Columbia, South Carolina, Dutch Fork High School.
You see the replay. Dennis moving to his left and adjusting right. Making that pass downfield to Sowell. And gets a new set of downs. So at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for Benedict. As Taylor is to Dennis's left. Tight formation, 2 wide to the far side as tight area shifts to the right. Now in the pistol. Will hand to Taylor on the right side. Has some running room. Gets around that right side and not as much as he could have, but gets to, no, they're going to say he was out of bounds before he reached the 10-yard line. So it's like it'll be, not sure if it's a loss on the play. I would call it more no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Benedict. 42 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And again, had some opportunities early Some penalties threw them out of optimal touchdown range, but did get the field goal. We'll see if they can capitalize here. So Dennis in the gun. Moves to his right, man, wide open and in for the touchdown. That's number 81, Rashad McCain. Beautiful drive by Benedict as you see the replay. Fakes to Taylor, takes it out to the right side. They absolutely forget about the tight end and in for the touchdown. And now Benedict scores their first touchdown here in this opening quarter. We'll see about the extra point shortly by Picarillo. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter, Benedict now leading by the score of 10-3 over the Morehouse Maroon Tigers on a gorgeous drive, Anthony.
Gorgeous drive. Morehouse helped them out. I know they're thankful for it with the 2 penalties. But those pass receptions by number 17, Nick Sawwell, right here in Columbia, South Carolina, Coach Berry has been recruiting the area hard. And the touchdown by Rashad McCain, tight end 6'3" out of Columbia. He prepped at Westwood High School. And so Coach Berry has been very, very big on that tank of gas for recruiting in his area. And he's starting right here in Columbia, and they've done quite well. Well,
I'll tell you what, when you're talking about recruiting the state of South Carolina in general, you're talking about just a hotbed for athletes in general, football players. You know, it's a great area, especially around the Columbia metro area, to go get athletes. So you're right here playing in the backyard. Yeah, go fill up the tank and go get you a player or two. So Lucas Wynn set to kick. And back to return for Morehouse, number 34, Chase Devon. 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network as ball will be fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it out. Has some running room, 20, 25, gets to the 30. Devon still on his feet and down at about the 33-yard line, so good return for Morehouse's. See the replay up through the 10. Wasn't touched till he got about to the 25, kept his feet going, and was tackled. It's like they'll mark him down at the 32. So 1st and 10 for the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse.
Tell you what, he looked very indecisive on where he was going to go, if he was going to go, and he made something happen. That was a very good return.
Very good. Tell you what, as a returner, you're kind of scared, especially with the new rules. You can get the ball up at the 20, field it at the goal line. You never know what happens. So handoff to Devon on the left side. It's like he'll get about 3 on the play, and that is the end of the first quarter. You saw both teams score, but Benedict just scored a late touchdown towards the end of the quarter and now lead by the score of 10-3. We'll take a break here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
When it comes.
And welcome back here to Columbia, South Carolina, where the Benedict Tigers lead the Morehouse Maroon Tigers by the score of 10-3. Glad you could join us. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Anthony Robinson, and it's like Morehouse gets the football at the 34. actually second and about 7. So we'll see if they can come back on offense to match the touchdown of Benedict. Hand the football off again on that left side to number 34, Chase Devon. Brought down that time from the backside, number 4, Dathan Peterson once again.
Also putting some pressure on him as well. Assisting in that stop was Lupa Tonellis.
Absolutely. And again, you see Morehouse trying to establish the run. Not sure they'll go to that passing game much because they understand the front 4 of Benedict can absolutely rush the passer. So trying to establish that run game, but now in 3rd and 9, we'll see if they're able to get something going in the passing game. We'll talk about the stats in a second. West in the gun, forced to his left. Flag on the play. He's forced out of bounds.
Tell you what, chasing him out of bounds with 2 defensive linemen. And there's some laundry again on the field, I saw.
It is in the area of holding, but we'll see. And it is on Morehouse. We'll see if they decide to decline an illegal motion on Morehouse. So that penalty's declined, so Benedict will take the result of the play. So it looks like Morehouse will punt.
Back deep was Jordan Black, junior from Monroe, North Carolina. Actually transferred in from St. Augustine College or St. Augustine College.
Definitely familiar with the area. So Spruill set to punt for Morehouse. Talked about Jordan Black being back deep. Took a long time to get that punt off, and Black will field it around the 39 for the fair catch. So Benedict gets the football back. Pretty good field position. I tell you what, you saw what that offense was able to do. Looking at some of the stats, Benedict with 10 first downs to Morehouse's 3. You're talking about, net rushing yards, 37 for Morehouse, 58 for Benedict. So, again, you can see what both squads are able to do. Morehouse wanting to establish the run early. Benedict being able to kind of have more of a balanced attack. So, as you go down the line, you see what's going on. Charles Daniels with 37 yards on the ground so far for Morehouse. DeAndre Duhart, gain of 40 yards so far, averaging 20 yards, but got that long run. So, we'll see what they do here. So almost a quad set for Benedict. Looking to pass Dennis. Man, wide open. Jones gets it up to the 40-yard line.
Brings up another Benedict first down.
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you what, Nias Dennis and Jones are kind of cooking on this thing.
They are cooking. Donovan on the tackle for Morehouse. But, again, you see this offense going. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 13:29 left here in the second quarter. As Dennis and Coach Barry sung the praises of Aeneas Dennis so much in the call that I had with him. So hand off to Duhart on the left side. Still on his feet and gets to about the 35-yard line. Brought down by number 4, Tyler Davis.
And we still hadn't seen Scotland yet. I don't know if he's banged up a little bit or just the fact that Coach Barry has so many running backs.
It talked about that. Looks like it'll be a timeout Morehouse, but we'll keep it here. So we're talked about kind of what they refer to, for media day and even back to spring practice. He was never worried about replacing certain people. Even with the loss of Eric Phoenix from last year, replacing with the Aeneas Dennis, he was never worried about replacing some people. So it wasn't a thing of he's very confident in his ability to recruit and along with the staff. So it was just a matter of retooling, not necessarily replacing.
Coach Barry always kudos going out to his assistant coaches and then the players. He knows that he doesn't do this himself. He has this thing where he also coaches up the coaches who will then in turn coach the players. He has a lot of talent that came back. Although you lose a quarterback like Eric Phoenix, oftentimes you say, hey, you can't replace him. When I did some recruiting and I was able to bring in somebody to replace him in Aeneas Dennis.
Absolutely, and just navigating, this is the new day of college football. It's using that transfer portal, using, people that may be able to come help you. You talk about, a John Lampley from even last year backing up Eric Phoenix. Has some familiarity at Southern University. So, definitely using this for good as police the pass to DeAndre Duhart with blockers. And tell you what, we got to talk about the big uglies in an affectionate way. Roger Smith lead blocking Duhart on that swing pass to the left side. And looks like they'll have enough for a first down. So playing with some tempo here. Benedict, 12:34 and counting here in the second quarter. Completes the pass to Jones again. Sheds one block. Great blocking by. We'll get his name in a second as Jones knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So we look at the replay again. You see Aeneas Dennis, Jones slipping one tackler and brought down. Tell you what, Caden Hyde with a gorgeous block on the end to spring that play.
And speaking of Caden Hyde, that's a young freshman out of the greater Atlanta area. We hadn't seen called his names in terms of catching the ball yet or passes thrown his way, but Coach Berry is very, very high on Caden.
If you look up and down this roster, you're talking about some great skill position players for the Benedict College Tigers. You get a flag on the play.
And, you talked about the big uglies, man, that offensive line. And we talk about the offensive line, and they just jumped a little bit.
They did jump a little bit. But I tell you what, if there was one spot that he highlighted as far as needing to improve and really still trying to get them established, it is the offensive line. He cares a lot about the offensive line because he's ex-offensive line coach, offensive lineman, / tight end. So he cares about that position. So 11:35 left here in the second quarter. Duhart to Dennis's right. 4 wide on the outside. Dennis looking to pass, throws it up the middle, and the ball will be knocked down. Good play that time, like Joel Gertman. Gertman was one of those players for Morehouse that needed to step up, one of those experienced players for the Maroon Tigers. And I'll tell you what, this squad has been through a lot of travel, been in a lot of classics. You're talking about over 5,000 miles of travel with this squad, and just a lot of things going on. And so, the Maroon Tigers still putting up a fight despite their 0-4 record. They understand the culture change that's taking place with their squad. So Dennis looking to pass, shoots a swing pass out to Taylor, and he'll be taken down at about the 16. And Joel Gertman again, Johnny on the spot as we look at the replay. Swings a pass out of Jaden Taylor. Lineman really couldn't get to that spot. So tell you what, it's a really quick play.
I tell you what, Jamie, again, this is where Benedict has been having most trouble inside the 20. And we'll see how we come out with, how they come out with it with these next two plays.
Lots of condensed field. Dennis looking to pass, shoots one up the middle in a crossing pattern. We'll see if that's Jones. No. So that is to number 10 that time, High.
That's Caden Hyde. That's that freshman out of the Atlanta area. Is it Loganville? Maybe it's not the Atlanta area.
No, that's Loganville.
Okay.
Talked about, let me see, out of Grayson High School. You're talking about a perennial, just an outstanding high school football program in Grayson. Produced a lot of NFL players as well. So definitely familiar with the areas. We await the field goal. It's up, and it is good. So Benedict adding to their total, now lead by the score of 13-3 with 10:03 left here in the second quarter. We'll take a break here from Columbia, South Carolina. Make sure you continue watching Benedict College football here on the Black College Sports Network.
What's to professional learning? Teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties.
And we are back here on the Black College Sports Network. Glad you could join us. Benedict adding 3 to their total and now lead by the score of 13-3 over the Morehouse Maroon Tigers. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Anthony Robertson, and let's talk about, just some of the players again.
You know what? I'd like to speak about Tom Piccirillo, transfer student and graduate student. Benedict returned to football in 1995. And in these 5 games, he's been the best kicker Benedict's had since its inception in 95.
Chase Devon gets up to about the 28-yard line. And I tell you what, we had this conversation even last year. Talked about one of maybe the Achilles heel of this squad was the kicking game. It just wasn't sure. And I think they did a great service to go out and get a Piccirillo, because you want to shore up your extra points along with being able to kick field goals as well. So that's definitely a great pickup for this squad. So Derek West in the gun. 9:56 left here in the second quarter. They'll hand the football off up the middle, still being able to run the football effectively. And again, Daniels on the carry. He'll pick up about 2 on the play, so 2nd and 8 for the Maroon Tigers, who again, you can kind of see what their aim is as far as being able to establish the run, but early interception may have shied off what the passing game is going to be, but really wanting to run the football early and often, kind of shorten the game, possibly get back into the end zone so that the score doesn't affect things. So West in the gun. Handoff again on that left side to Daniels. It'll be brought down this time by number 33, C.J. Swan.
I think that defense has a lot to say, or a lot to do with these changes that's going to be taking place.
Listen, this defense will make you rethink your game plan. It absolutely will. But again, Coach talked about being able to rotate 8 defenders. When you're talking about a front 4 that you're able to bring in players just constant, and you're talking about All-Americans in the likes of Luber Danellis, but replace them with a John Hannibal, replace them with the Aaron Miller. You're talking about continuing to have people get rushed, as you see Derek West taking off, and he'll get enough for the first down. But again, not having time in the pocket to throw, having to make something out of nothing.
I think that's going to be about the bulk of it. Coach, defense coordinator Jordan Odafa, man, he's put together a defensive unit that you don't see often. You can rotate 8 linemen in and out of a game, man. That's something else. That bodes really, really well.
That's definitely a beautiful thing. So 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Under 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Benedict leading 13-3. Derek West will take it back door this time on the keeper. Has some running room, got around that left end. It was forced out of bounds. We'll see. It was like number 27. Check that. We'll give that to number 5, Joshua Hayward, over on that left side.
You mentioned beautiful. It's a beautiful day here in Columbia, South Carolina. Quite a few fans out supporting the Benedict Tigers.
Absolutely. Gorgeous day for football in general. Cooling down some, but still a gorgeous day. No threat of rain. 8-yard pickup by West. He'll hand it off. Has some running room up the middle. And great yardage that time. Aaron Miller on the tackle. But Daniels, again, carrying the mail for these Maroon Tigers. And they're doing something you really don't see often, being able to put their foot in the ground and actually run the football against that front. So not giving up. 6:49 and counting here in the second quarter. Maroon Tigers already in plus territory.
Well, they've changed some things up on offense, and it's working well for them.
You can see the double tights. Almost at a wing T formation or inverted wing T. Bring the tight end over to the right side. West fakes. He'll take it back door out the left side. Has some running room across the 30. And down to about the 27. So another first down for Morehouse. And again, you see the emphasis on protection right now.
And West is very athletic. That's a, you know, that play right there alone, that run had a whole lot to do with athleticism.
Very much so. Again, you can see what they're setting up, being able to run the football with Daniels over in one direction and West being able to take it back door has been effective so far. So hand off to Daniels on the left side, still turning his feet, but no room that time. And Aaron Miller again on the tackle. You can see what Miller's capabilities are. He talked about, you know, Coach Barry talked about Aaron Miller being, you know, another person that steps up for that defense, being able to rush the passer. But again, on display, you can see his tackling ability as well.
Oh, yes.
So 5:28 and counting here in the second quarter. It's like no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. Daniels to West's right. As we look, West looking to pass, shoots a pass out to the flats, but incomplete. Tried to go to number 46. That's Quintavious Clay. Actually, that may have been Kai Teague on that play. So 3rd and 10 for the Maroon Tigers on the incomplete pass. As again, you talked about West athleticism. You can see him be able to get out of the pocket, throw on the run. So those are the types of things you want to do against a fast-flowing defense like Benedict. So 3rd and 10 for Morehouse. Kilpatrick close to the line of scrimmage. He'll rush. West will keep it up the middle, giving chases Kilpatrick, but West kept his feet going. And I tell you what, may not get the first down, but very close as we look at the replay. West saw the middle open up. See Jaron Kilpatrick giving chase, but West was able to get at least 8 yards on the play.
I think West is going to get another opportunity to try and pick up that first down.
So, again, an 0-4 squad going against a 4-0 squad, one of the best in the SIAC. We'll see what they decide to do here. They may roll the dice, Coach Wiltshire and others. And it looks like they will go for it on 4th down, but taking a very long time to decide. It looks like they'll call a timeout here. So Morehouse calls the timeout.
But I'll tell you what, Jamie, Morehouse kind of won twice. Benedict settled for 3 points when, you know, most were expecting to see at least 14 points go up on the board. Inside the 20 twice, and I come away with 3 points. Tell you what, Coach Barry and the rest of his offensive coaches aren't satisfied with that at all.
Well, they played a really good game. I mean, you know, they're down 13-3. And, you know, of course you want to be up. You don't want to be losing. You know, you want to, you know, be able to punch into the end zone. But give them credit. They continue to fight. You see that the coaching staff has prepared them for this game. You know, Benedict, you know, has had their red zone woes. Yes, they've been able to get into the end zone so far. But, again, when you're talking about just executing the game plan, it hasn't been at full strength for Benedict. And give, you know, some of that credit to the Morehouse defense and just the Morehouse game plan in general.
Oh, you certainly have to respect and give credit to those coaches for Morehouse.
So 4th and 2 for Morehouse. Daniels in the backfield to West's right. We'll see if it's just a attempt to draw them off sides or whether they'll run a play. And they will run a play with Daniels, but stopped immediately again by that defensive front. We'll see who led the charge. But again, when you're talking about running against this defense, as we look at the replay, Luba Danellis didn't make the tackle, but I tell you what, he got in the backfield and disrupted everything that they were doing.
Jaden Broughton made that tackle. But I tell you what, again, Jaden, Lupert, everything, and these guys are fresh, man. They're rotating in and out.
And I tell you what, that gives your team automatic depth. You're talking about for the future, when some of these players go on to the greater heights of the NFL and everything, you're talking about having more. So 1st and 10 for Benedict at the 21. This man in motion has trips to the near side as Aeneas Dennis throws a swing. It's like to see if that's 25 or 28. That is number 25. That is Torrey Morrison. So you may be on to something when it comes to talking about Scotland. Hadn't seen him in this game at all, so maybe banged up and they're trying to reserve him.
Kind of thinking that as well. In fact, I hadn't seen him on the sideline either.
And that may be the case.
Out.
So 3:30 and counting. Ball handed off this time on the left side. And that's number 22, Israel Rhodes.
Izzy Rhodes came on pretty strong last year, his freshman year. He's another South Carolina kid from Greer, South Carolina, in upstate, in that Greenville-Spartanburg area.
Gets enough for a first down. Dalen Land on the tackle. Dennis looking to pass, has plenty of time. Ball hanging in the air and down. And I tell you what, that would have been a huge play.
Just
those running wide open. Yeah.
Jalen Jones was there. He was wide open and again. You look at what Dennis is doing. His confidence is definitely there for Jalen Jones. And Jalen Jones was wide open.
Wide open. Had to go to him that time. So 2nd and 10. 3:06 left here in the second quarter. Make sure you stick around at halftime to see the entertainment. Had some other bands come in. I'm not sure if pretty sure those are high school bands that have joined the area. But definitely stick around for that handoff. Again, the number 22, Izzy Rhodes.
Rhodes was tracked down by number 3 over there.
That's Joel Gertman.
Yep, Gertman has been highly active.
He has. That's one of those players, definitely one of those experienced players that you see for Morehouse who, you have Rich Freeman leave. Here comes Coach Wiltshire, but the cupboard wasn't left bare. This defense was definitely formidable last year, even though the record may have not reflected. They had some players. So Aeneas Dennis looking to pass, throws it over the middle on the crossing route to number 80. That's
going.
Rudolph Elzy. So on his feet for a long time and brought down as we look at a replay again, using those crossing routes, mesh routes to get upfield. Elzy was still on his feet, but finally brought down by number 25, Jaden Downing. And a new set of downs. As we approach 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Benedict trying to get back on the board or trying to add to their total. So Aeneas Dennis in the shotgun. It's like a power set to the left side.
This countdown is on 1 minute and 41 seconds in the half.
It looks like Benedict will call a timeout. Just want to get everything established, trying to add some to their total. We'll keep it here. But again, when you're looking at just what Benedict is able to do, if you look at, up and down the games, look at a lot of film and games this week. And when you're talking about just the slow starts they get off to, it has been, maybe the one thing that you could kind of be critical about this team, especially on offense.
And that's, an offense is still coming together. However, Jamie, now 5 games in, it's gelling needs to come a little better now. So it's twice today. Get inside the red zone, settle for 3 points each time. But the good thing about it, he has the kicker in Tom Piccarello, and he can put points on the board. We can remember in past years, even last year, no points were coming as a result of it. So.
Absolutely. So now when you're getting these kind of drives and, 140 left here in the second quarter, but now instead of having to get into the end zone, you do have a reliable kicker that can still get you points.
That's right. And then still, again, have to give Morehouse defense some credit because they're doing well to stop Benedict in the red zone.
So shifting to 4 wide is Benedict's offense. Dennis in the gun, shoots pass out quick. It's like that'll fall incomplete. It's like he tried to go to number 88. Jalen Hercules on the play. So 2nd and 10, 1:32 left here in the second quarter. Benedict leading 13-3 over Morehouse. There's some shifting going on. Again, you can see this offense really using what's called eye candy as far as their formations, shifting back and forth, in and out. So center receiver to the left side, 2 wide to the near side, 2 tight to the far side. Then it's looking to pass plenty of time. Shoots a pass up the left sideline, but a little bit of confusion there. And the ball will fall to the turf, now 3rd and 10.
Like he was going to Jabari Tucker. Jabari Tucker, he's another one of those Atlanta area guys. He's played at Georgia Prep. He's a junior. And the thing about Jabari Tucker, his legacy is his father played basketball here at Benedict back in the 80s, believe it or not.
Wow. We talked about, I know last year we had some discussions about, players that have been here for a while and, families that are familiar with the school. You love to see that in them coming back and knowing the history of the school. So 3rd and 10 and broken up. Tried to go to number, we'll see that number, tried to go, looks like to hide that time, but broken up by number 18, Devlin Olawami Jr. So it'll be 4th and 10. And again, if you want a good halftime speech by Benedict right now, Coach Barry has all the material he needs. Hadn't been able to score like they wanted to.
I would love to be a fly on that wall to hear that speech because, listening to Coach Barry, man, he make you kind of think you can move mountains when he's, getting in and making the changes and adjustments that are needed.
Absolutely. Marquez Pride with the fair catch. So it looks like it'll be 1st and 10 at the 14 for the Maroon Tigers. 1:08 left here in the second quarter. We'll see if they decide to try to go after some points. But, again, there was an early interception by West, so, I'm not sure if they'll shy away from the passing game. But who knows? Again, when you talk about the team's records and, the chances they take, hey, why not? Why not go after some points here at the end of the second quarter?
Well, when we talk about stats, that turnover margin, that turnover stat, when you're on the short side of it, man, that's a stat that you definitely want to stay away from because Benedict did get 3 points from that turnover.
They did. So West in the gun, trips to the near side. So it looks like they will pass, has some time, shoots a pass up to about the 20-yard line, and it is caught by number 2, Cameron Brunson.
He's brought down by Amari Pettis. He's right on the spot. That's a junior out of Pavo, Georgia.
It looks like that was called incomplete. So with that incomplete pass, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. 1:01 left here in the second quarter. And again, West in the gun, looks like Daniels to his left. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 wide to the far side. Throws the cross around that time and dropped by Marquez Pride.
And that ball did everything it needed to do for Pride to take off and get a whole lot of space. Hit him in the hands right in front of the number.
As my man, Slider Sports Guy would say, hit him in the worst place possible, in the hands.
Whoa.
So 3rd and 10 for the Maroon Tigers, 56 seconds left. And I'll tell you what, with these drop passes and stopping the clock, maybe giving an opportunity for Benedict to get the ball back on offense and possibly put some points up before the end of the half.
And I think that offense is getting suited up. They're getting ready to they think they have life. They have an opportunity.
It's like a busted play that time.
Here it goes.
Out of Maroon Tigers offense, and West is brought down. And West tried to make the run that time. Looks like he's brought down by that number in the second. But again, running back went one area, another receiver went to another, so didn't look good at all. So 46 seconds left in the second quarter. Benedict hoping to get the football back, and we'll have some time. Again, we talked about, Picarillo being one of those kickers that can, kind of kick from everywhere, depending on where this punt goes. And who knows, maybe able to get a punt block and get into the end zone, but definitely an opportunity to get some more points here.
I'll tell you what, last week up in Chewan, there was a block punt by Dedrick Starks. Benedict's offense, although they've had their issues inside the red zone, they're still an explosive offense.
They absolutely are. So, again, number 82, Jordan Black, stands at his stands at the 45-yard line of Morehouse, and we'll see.
They're going after it.
They are. Looks like a kick that'll be fielded around the 46. So good field position with 37 seconds left. We'll see if Benedict can take advantage of this field position and get into the end zone or get a field goal before the end of the first half.
If they can get some points on the board, remember, when we start the second half, Benedict will be the receiving team.
And I'll tell you what, Benedict's been a second half team. Like you've seen, if you kind of go and look at the way the game has developed with the squad really the entire year, they poured it on in the second half. So tell you what, give Morehouse some kudos as far as kind of keeping this close right now.
Oh, a whole lot of respect for what Morehouse is out there doing.
So Dennis gets the ball out to Taylor, crosses over the 40, and out of bounds at the 39-yard line with 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Not sure if I see any laundry on the ground. Looks like.
Yeah, there's no laundry down
there. I see a flag, and it is.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
it's down there.
So we'll see what this call is. Maybe huge. It looks like, looking at the player behavior, possibly hold. Yeah, legal blindside block. And you hate to see that because those are more effort plays than anything else.
Yes.
The game of football has changed, and back in the day you used to be able to get away with some of that, but now with the rules, and for good reason, player safety, but can't do those illegal blindside blocks. So it'll be second and long. It's like for Benedict, 28 seconds. Ashley first. We'll see if they decide to chuck one deep. So 3 receivers to the near side. Stoppage of play. We'll see.
I'm kind of expecting something to go long, some long attempt.
Most definitely. So trips to the near side, 2 receivers wide to the far side as Dennis is in the gun. 28 seconds left here in the second quarter. So Dennis looking to pass. Throws a crossing route once again. Has been successful really all day, but tackled immediately at the 45 as Taylor on the crossing route, brought down by number 18, Devlin Olawumi Jr. So timeout Benedict with 12 seconds left. So we'll see, probably throw close to the sidelines and see if they can get Picarillo on the field or possibly go to the end zone.
Well, hey, it's a wise decision to call that timeout. You can't use it when you come back out.
You cannot take it with you, no.
That's right.
So talking about this first half, really a tale of missed opportunities for Benedict. They've been able to, you talked about it, from 20 to 20, they've been able to move the football effectively, but when that field gets condensed, really haven't been able to punch it in the end zone, probably at the clip that, of course, Coach Berry would like, but still lead 13-3. We'll see if they can add some more points here with these 12 seconds.
But also we have to give that a lot of respect to that Morehouse defense as well. I mean, Morehouse, period.
Definitely. Dennis looks to pass, and ball will fall incomplete. Try to go to Jones again, covering for Morehouse is number 0, Donovan.
Now you would definitely expect going downfield, considering there's 9 seconds left.
We'll shoot a pass. Let me see. 3rd. And depending on what Picarillo's range is, you never know. Maybe get an out route real quick, stop the clock and get your kicking unit out there, but possibly going to the end zone. So Dennis with 4 wide. Has plenty of time, shoots one up the left sideline to Jones once again, and in for the Benedict touchdown. So again, we just talked about it as we look on the replay. Aeneas Dennis, plenty of time, scanned one side, threw the ball up the left sidelines. Not sure where the Maroon Tigers were looking, but that connection has worked all day in a beautiful pitch and catch for the Benedict Tigers.
I'm not surprised at that pass to Jones. Those two have been really heating up. But that's a luxury that he have as well at Benedict, because there's a whole lot of number one receivers game by game, quarter by quarter, half by half. You've seen it. We've seen it quite a few times.
Absolutely, and I think the extra point was missed. So here at halftime, your new score, Benedict leading 19-3 over the Morehouse Maroon Tigers. Make sure you stick around here at halftime to look at the entertainment. It's been an entertaining first half if you're the Benedict Tigers, but definitely some adjustments will be made. So we're going to check out here at halftime. 19-3, Benedict leading over the Maroon Tigers. This is the Black College Sports Network.
1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service.
Atlanta, Georgia, George First Class Brown. And from St. George, South Carolina, Michelle the Legacy Stevens. Benedict College family and friends. Benedict College family, are you ready? Welcome to the field, your Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of Distinction. Known for its crystal clear musicality under the direction of Professor H. Wade Johnson and Assistant Band Director Ronald T. Green, one of the best bands in the land. Allow us to start you off with some of the highlights. Have you seen her? pay very close attention. The ultimate halftime experience with your Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of the station. Once again, pay very close attention. When you notice it, we need you to participate. All right, here we go. That's how you do it, BC family. A few talent with your Benedict College Marching Tigers and of this station. All eyes, center field. As we welcome sexy, sassy, confident, and so also sweet ladies of Sweet Sensation as they perform Bad by the legendary platinum Grammy-winning selling artist Michael Jackson. Sweet Sensation is under the direction of auxiliary coordinator Cherie Nelson. Who's back? Once again, give it up. Sexy, sassy, confident ladies of Sweet Sensation. Life without us would be uncivilized. Who could imagine life without the BOD by your side? Under the direction of band professor H. Wade Johnson, we hope you feel the same way as we play a classic, Lately by Tyrese, released in 1998. direction of Director of Band H. Wade Johnson. As we continue to give you a taste of what the BCBOD does, we are going to end this ultimate halftime experience with nothing but the hits. Let's get it in with Outkast, The Whole World. Everyone knows this one, Morehouse, rock the hips. Now we pay homage to one of the biggest 2023 movie blockbusters, Barbie. Now we're going to get it in to Barbie Girl by Nicki Minaj. Give it up for your Tiger Band of Distinction. We're going to ask the bands to hustle in, hustle.
36,000 lottery-funded scholarships and grants have been awarded to students attending Benedict College. One of those scholarship recipients is Jaquan Bailey, who is being recognized as today's Education Lottery Student of the Game. Jaquan is a sophomore electrical engineering major from Charleston, South Carolina. He is the son of Prashonda Bailey and San Antonio Robinson. He is being presented with a lottery scholarship ambassador award package from Benedict Athletic Director Willie Washington. Please congratulate Jaquan Bailey for being named today's Education Lottery Student of the Game. Team for having a 3.0 or better GPA. Benedict also had 60 student athletes to earn the Division II Athletic Directors Association Academic Achievement Award for having a 3.5 GPA or higher. The women's volleyball team and the men's track and field team earned the SIAC All Academic Team Awards, and the Benedict baseball team received the American Baseball Coaches Association Team Academic Excellence Award. In addition, Benedict had numerous student athletes earn sports-specific awards, and 2 student athletes were named Academic All-American. Congratulations to these outstanding student athletes that represent the best of BC. Please give them a round of applause.
And we are back here on the Black College Sports Network for the second half as Benedict returns to about the 35, more than 34. Flag on the play, real close to the sidelines. We'll see what that flag is about, but glad you could join us. Hope you were entertained by the halftime show. As again, various bands and just entertainment in general was just outstanding with this great crowd here tonight from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Anthony Robertson. And Anthony, what do you think about the first half?
Tell you what, the first half, as I look at Morehouse, I'm really surprised with what they were able to do with Benedict in that first half. Benedict was kind of went right back to their Achilles heel, bad in the red zone. I think going into halftime, one thing that happens with Coach Berry, you come back out of the first half, after dealing with Coach Berry and what he has to say in that locker room, you see a much different team of Benedict. So
I'm sure they got a talking to, despite being up 19-3. I'm sure that he wasn't quite pleased with everything that went on in the first half. Quite sure. So penalty will set them back at about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that definitely don't want to come out of the first half. The second half backing up with penalties. So
you absolutely don't. Is first run looks like DeAndre Duhart. Looks like Benedict will go with some tempo here, as it was about a 8-yard pickup by Duhart. Duhart with the football again, but tackled for a loss this time. Looks like on the play number 3, Joel Gertman. So now 3rd and about 7 for Benedict.
Also scraping down there was number 41. That's Dalen Land.
Yes, it was. Dalen Land, again, another one of those players left from the previous regime who absolutely can ball for Morehouse. And we got a correction. It is 20-3. So at the end of that first half, that extra point was good. So Aeneas Dennis looking to pass, shoots one to the right side, and looks like it will be completed. And that pass is completed, number 17, Nick Soul. Ridden out of bounds by number 25, Jaden Downing. So that's enough for Benedict first down.
That's, again, Sowell, local kid right here from Columbia. He did it last year. He came on at the end of the season making big plays last year. He prepped at Dutch Fork High School. Came from a great program.
So 13-15 here in the third quarter. Benedict got the football first. It's like stoppage of play. Looks like it may be a false start on the Tigers. Always have to clarify the Tiger, the Tiger mascot and the logo, because there are so many of them in black college football.
Well, I'll tell you, Morehouse has a way of standing out.
They do.
They're the Maroon Tigers.
So looks like 1st and 15 for Benedict.
Coaching staff at Benedict's not happy with what's happening right now.
No, they're not. They're seeking perfection. I know they're trying to go 1-0 every week as the pass is complete. Jalen Jones.
I didn't see that. I was just about to say complete Jalen Jones.
Oh, yeah. Complete Jalen Jones, brought down by number 0. It's like Karaz Donovan. Positive yardage on the play, so it'll be 2nd and about 7 on the play.
I like how Coach Berry saves that 1-0 every week. That's the mission. We don't worry about what's happening after, nor what happened before.
Throws a swing pass to DeAndre Duhart, has some room, cross over to 45 and down to about the 48-yard line, enough for a Benedict first down. But that's so true. I mean, again, I've been able to talk to Coach Berry numerous times, and you know, I'm not gonna imitate him, but literally he says he doesn't know the record. He just tries to go 1-0 every week. They complete the pass to Jones once again, and brought down, looks like, by
it's number 0.
It's number 0 again, Donovan.
And he stopped that run by Duhart.
Has. So you can see some members of this team coming to play.
Well, you know, you think about this, Jamie. Not only does Coach Berry look at 1-0, the players, the assistant coaches, everybody's brought in, the trainers, everybody is looking at that 1-0 mission each week. Great pass to Duhart there. That's going to bring up another BC first down.
Most definitely. Dennis had eternity to throw the football, completed it to Duhart, and brought down by Cameron Selders. But, again, you can see the pocket presence of Aeneas Dennis just being able to be that general for this squad. Shoots a swing pass out to the right side. Still some running room. That's to number 17, Nick Sowell, once again. Brought down by number 33. That's Didier Adepu. And enough for another Benedict first down. So you can see them being methodical with their approach as far as how they're conducting offensively.
Well, it seems to take place each week. They come out of that halftime like a whole different team.
So handoff to DeAndre Duhart, stopped in the backfield this time by number 93, and that's Zach Underwood. Underwood, freshman, defensive end from Montgomery, Alabama. Looks like a loss of about 3 on the play, so 2nd and 13. 10:04 left in the quarter. It's third quarter, already up 20-3. Looking to add some more points to the total. As again, you can see how this squad conducts themselves, still seeking perfection when it comes to this offense. May not be able to achieve it, but definitely seeking it is. It just throws the out route. Looks like it will fall incomplete. So now 3rd and 13 for Benedict.
At this point now, we're going to really see what Benedict's going to put together. I'm not sure if Cucurello's in field goal range at this point.
Not quite yet, but I would imagine about 10 or so more yards, definitely in his range. So 3 receivers to the near side, 1 wide to the far side. Looks like Duhart to Dennis's right. Gets the pass, shoots it out to the left side and completes it to about the 25. And that's 10. Caden High. Brought out of bounds by number 35, Isaiah Wimbush.
Tiger at the 40-yard line. Looks like he's getting up on his own, number 31.
Yes, up on his own power. That's number 31, Nicholas Lemons. Looks like he'll be okay, just still in the same place, checking on him. May have been a little flustered. We'll see. So 4th down and about. I'm going to say 4 on the play, maybe a long 4, almost 5 yards. Stoppage on defense because of the injury. So it looks like they'll keep the offense out there on this 4th and 4 call. 9:27 left in the third quarter. Benedict already leading 20-3 over Morehouse. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Anthony Robertson. That Benedict offense still out there. Aeneas rolls to his left, throws, and it'll be incomplete. Tried again to go to Jones on that out route that's been successful really all game, but couldn't quite complete it that time and broken up by number 25, Jaden Downing again. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Morehouse to get this football in hopes to kind of get back into this ball game. So they'll get the ball back on offense. Again, hanging around.
You know, it's a turnover. Turnover on downs. So that Morehouse is surprising a lot of people tonight. But, you know, Morehouse's record doesn't always indicate the ability of their team. Yeah, they've played, I think, 1 or 2 FCS teams in classic games.
Yeah, absolutely. As the ball handed off to Charles Daniels, the 4th. Brought down on the play by number 45, Amari Pettis.
I'll tell you what, Pettis and Benedict Starks are always around that ball.
They are.
Starks is on that tackle as well.
Good gain on the play by Daniels. So 2nd and 5 for the Maroon Tigers, who, again, you can kind of see he's sticking with the same pattern, really running the football, wanting to establish the run. So West looking to pass, shoots a pass to the right, and completes it to number 86. That's Colby Bell.
I'll tell you what, Jamie. For tonight thus far, there's a lot of talk about Benedict's defense. Right now, I'm not that impressed with what's happening.
Written out of bounds by number 12, Benedict Starks, who, again, you're talking about around the football all day, running from sideline to sideline. But 1st and 10 for the Maroon Tigers, who, again, you're seeing this football team kind of grow. They're a young football team developing. There's some things they want to implement. Daniels gets the football once again, and on the stop, number 44, that's Marcus Davis. Again, just 1 yard on the carry, but definitely trying to establish the run. Clock is running, 7:40 left here in the third quarter. Morehouse with the football. As they're looking towards the sideline for the play against this very formidable defense for the Benedict Tigers. So West looking to pass, flushed out to his left, has some running room. Makes a defender miss, comes back to the other side, has some running room. Tell you what, 40, 45. I'll tell you what, Derek West right there. Tackled again by Dedrick Starks, but showing that athleticism we talked about earlier on.
I'll tell you what, Jamie, that young man is an athlete. He broke about 4 tackles. I got some positive yardage out of it.
He did. You kind of see on the replay defenders trying to strip at the football, but couldn't bring West down on time. And now Maroon Tigers with another first down, 6:29 and counting in this quick-moving third quarter. So West the handoff to Daniels over the right side. Good tackle that time by Lubert and Nellis. But I'll tell you what, leading the attack, number 91, Marcellus Livingstone.
Tell you what, you mentioned this, Jamie. You don't want to give a team like Morehouse hope. And, I'm kind of getting, to the point where I'm thinking Morehouse is gaining a lot of hope, led by West, their quarterback. And I think the other players are going to kind of picking that up as well.
Well, he's definitely been their best offensive weapon, being able to run the football to extend drives, throwing some timely passes and really been the complementary runner to Daniels when he fakes one direction and goes the other. So West looking to pass, flushed out to his left once again. Him being a left-handed quarterback still can run, but still gets upfield. And I'll tell you what, gets to about the 41-yard line and enough for another Morehouse first down. Once again, you can see on the replay, flushed out to his left. 45 giving chase and finally gets him out of bounds. Amari Pettis, but again, the Maroon Tigers continuing to keep that hope alive.
It's there, and as that hope is alive, confidence is going to grow as well. But Benedict's defense, very resilient. Very, very resilient. They've had their backs against the wall before, backed up, and made stops.
Hand off to Daniels on the right side, has some running room, still on his feet, crosses over to 30 and gets down to about the 27-yard line. Another Morehouse first down, and right now they are doing what they want to on offense, which is surprising, being they're coming in with an 0-4 record. Of course, Benedict coming in 4-0, but, Morehouse has played a really good game.
Yes. Morehouse has faced some stiff competition those 4 games as well.
So, again, 3 receivers to the far side, tight to the near side. Daniels to the left of West. West will hand off. Daniels cuts it back left, but can't get past that forward wall of the Benedict Tigers.
Marcellus Livingstone bringing that pressure. Livingstone bringing that pressure, making that stop.
And again, continue to run the clock. Right now, if you're Morehouse, not sure if you're just trying to establish your will or shorten the game, but tell you what, they've taken up most of this third quarter. So 2nd and 9 for the Maroon Tigers. West looks to pass. Has some pressure on the crossing route, nearly intercepted. I'll tell you what, broken up, falls to the turf, but.
That was Dedrick Starks almost in that interception, and if he picked that off, it's a whole lot of open green space for him.
It really was.
That was a great attempt on his part.
So 3rd and 9 for the Maroon Tigers, as Benedict has definitely bowled their back here. We'll see what they decide to do here. Is crowd getting into it in this quick-moving third quarter. 3:30 left here in the third quarter. As West scans the field, looks to the sidelines for the play. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network for Benedict College Tiger football. And again, we talked about just the methodical nature of what this Morehouse offense is doing. It looks like they will call a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Morehouse driving, but Benedict still leading 20-3.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong.
Go get 'em.
It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
At Hampton Law, our primary goal is to provide non-traditional yet effective solutions and redefine the approach to client legal concerns. As your trusted legal advisor, we believe in sophisticated, personalized services that eliminate the confusion and complexity sometimes associated with legal matters. Our high standard for client care and concern, coupled with our extensive legal knowledge and skills, make Hampton Law a resource focused on the protection of the client.
Welcome back to the Black College Sports Network here, Benedict College Tiger football. As Morehouse on offense gets the snap, West out to his left, but he'll get brought down this time. It looks like
big number 97 over
yes,
there.
it is.
That's
Joshua Barker. And West couldn't play Houdini that time, couldn't get out the big mitts of number 97, Joshua Barker. So it looks like loss on the play of about 3. So 4th and about 13. Morehouse will go for it here. Looks like maybe too far out of range for their field goal kicker. So let's see if they possibly get a free 5 or will they go for the touchdown here. So 3 receivers to the far side. West will get swallowed up this time.
You know who met him first? All-American Luke Danellis.
And Aaron Miller finished the job.
That's right. Whoa.
We still got a man down on the play. Not sure if that's West or not. But looking at the replay, you knew they were coming. 4th and long. Stepped up in the pocket. Luba Danellis came off the end that time to get Derek West and really didn't have a chance. It actually came from the inside. Brilliant swim move. Got around the defender and brought West down. And Aaron Miller was there to play cleanup, but got an injured player. Not sure if that's Derek West or not.
But I'll tell you what, Luper Danellis, young man who make big plays when your team need big plays. Big-time players make big-time plays when your team need it the most. And that's why he's an All-American, first-team All-American. And that's why he's been selected also to go to the play in the Legacy Bowl. That's an awesome feat for him.
It really is. Been to that event twice, and what I'll tell you is it's a phenomenal event. You know, you are selected for that, and you know you're amongst your peers. You know, you all have the hopes of trying to get to the next level, and you know, it's you know, to be selected and then go up against that kind of competition is always good. Looks like we had an extended time here, so extended injury. Not sure the extent of it. We hope the young man is okay. But we'll take a break here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium here. Benedict leading 20-3.
Interest and overall goals. We value our clients and truly enjoy working with them. Visit thamptonlaw.com to conveniently schedule an appointment online. Tamika Hampton Esquire, 1631 Rock Springs Road, Suite 336, Apopka, Florida, 407-494-1471. thamptonlaw.com.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker.
And we are back here on the Black College Sports Network where turnover on downs for Morehouse. Derek West was able to get off on his own power, so glad he's okay. But Benedict now back on offense. 3 receivers to the near side. Tight to the far side. Handoff to DeAndre Duhart over on the right side. Had some running room. Crosses the 40 and down to about the 41. On the stop, number 17. That's DeJuan Wright for Morehouse. Looks like a gain of about 2 on the play, so now 2nd and 8. 2:15 and counting here in the third quarter. Quick moving third quarter. As Benedict's now back on offense. And again, the flow of the game is kind of herky-jerky. You know, you've been impressed probably more with Morehouse's ability to keep. And great catch by number 9, Jabari Tucker.
Jabari Tucker went up and took that ball out of the air.
He climbed the stairs, absolutely. And I tell you what, you may think it was high, but it's where the ball needed to be to make that catch amongst the defender is. Duhart gets the ball again on the right side, has some running room, crosses the 45 down to about the 47, but flag on the play. Looks like the area of holding. We'll see exactly what it is in a second. Again, you're talking about the complement, well, just the complementary receivers, and it is a holding call. So holding on the tight end, so that'll negate that Duhart run, but you know, you're talking about the receivers that Benedict has along with the running backs. Again, Coach Berry was absolutely right in saying probably the only position not really established is the offensive line as far as continuity, but they work on stuff every day. So Aeneas Dennis will hand off this time. We'll see if that's Duhart again. That is DeAndre Duhart with the run.
It's going to be hard. It's pretty hard to take Duhart down on that first hit.
It really is. Daylon Land missed the tackle. Joel Gertman ended up getting him down along with number 42. That's Caleb Grant. So 2nd and long for Benedict. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. Aeneas Dennis awaits the snap. Flag thrown on the play. Looks like it may be in the area of a false start. So again, if you're Coach Berry, you don't like to see these kind of penalties, especially pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, not moving, nothing happening, and you're moving backwards.
So still 2nd and long for Benedict, as looking to get some more points here in the third quarter. Looks like may not get their chance, but you're looking at this team still trying to make those kind of improvements to be on that next level. So Dennis shoots a pass, tried to throw the post, but ball falls to the turf, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and long for Benedict. Again, no one has, that I know of, that 25-yard play. So again, 5 wide for Benedict. As Aeneas Dennis in the gun. Morehouse showing blitz. Dennis gets the signals from the sidelines. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. So Dennis gets the snap. Got a little pressure up the middle. Flushed out the pocket. He'll take off. Crosses over the 50 and slides down. Doesn't cross over the 50. Tackled short, or slid short of the 50. He'll be down and around the 48. So it'll be 4th down for Benedict. And that is the end of the third quarter. No scoring in that third quarter, but Benedict still in command and leads by the score of 20-3. We'll be back here at Charlie W. Johnson Stadium shortly here on the Black College Sports Network.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly
Here at the start of the fourth quarter, Benedict in command, leading by the score of 20-3 over the Morehouse Maroon Tigers. Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Anthony Robertson, and we are set for the punt by Benedict. Charlie Cooper will be punting, and back to return, Marquez Pride. High spiraling punt hits at around the 12 and will roll out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Excellent punt. Got a man down, looks like number 91 for Benedict. It's like Marcellus Livingstone. We'll see what the extent of the injury is, why we got a break. Two of the partner schools of the Black College Sports Network playing down in Savannah. And Savannah State leads Edward Waters by the score of 20-12 in SIAC play. It looks like they're going into the third quarter of that ball game, or ending the third quarter of that ball game. So, tough ball game going on here as we see Livingstone going off the field. Hopefully he's okay. But Morehouse will start 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line. Not what you like to see, but not ideal field position for Morehouse. But again, they've been able to establish some things. We talked about just what they've been able to do. New quarterback in for Morehouse, and that will be Jalen West. So it looks like Charles Daniels to his right. And they'll hand the ball off to Daniels on the left side, bottled up by a host of Tigers leading the charge. Number 15, that is Aaron Miller for Benedict. As the crowd is doing the wave.
They're winning 20-3, although Benedict is not playing their best football tonight.
No, they're not. But, again, I think you have to have some of these lessons as a coach sometimes. Some of those lessons that you can go over with your players just kind of fall into your lap. You still secure the victory, but there's some definite coaching points that'll be there as well. So, play clock running down for Morehouse. We'll see if they get this play off. Snap down the time. They stop it right before, so it looks like it'll be a false start on the Maroon Tigers. We'll see what the call is in a minute, but that was nearly disaster for Morehouse's. The snap was not there at all, so.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 1. Half the distance to the goal.
So it is a false start on Morehouse, so go half the distance already behind. Looks like second and about 13 for the Maroon Tigers. Jalen West trying to get the play in. They'll be switching this up a little bit. Jalen West is a right-handed quarterback, so it may look a little different. West gets the snap. Correction, throws with his left hand, and the ball falls incomplete. Try to go to Marquez Pride that time. Covering was number 5, Joshua Hayward. So 3rd and about 13 for Morehouse. We'll see what they do here. Really close to the end zone. Don't want to pick up a safety play. We'll see if they decide to open it up. 13:30 left in the contest. As again, we talked about maybe not the execution that Benedict wants to have this ball game, but still winning, still in command, still a dominant defensive performance. But Morehouse has showed, spots where they've been able to move the football. So West flushed out to his right, throws the ball upfield and out of bounds, and the ball will fall incomplete.
Tell you what, those Tigers on that defense are chopping at the bit to get to this quarterback. So.
They are. New quarterback in the game is, Warren Sapp, one of those, those players in yesteryear used to talk about them, want to eat quarterbacks. They taste like chicken. So, whatever your meat preference is, definitely defenders definitely want to get the quarterback on the ground.
I tell you what, it's like sharks in the water, man.
Absolutely.
They smell the blood.
Definitely. Jordan Black back to receive this punt, almost blocked. Seated about the 36. He'll return it, goes up that left side, has some running room, crosses over the 25 and down to about the 24-yard line.
I think it's the first actual return on punts for Benedict today. I think even the first in the game. I don't remember Morehouse returning the punt.
I do not either. Number 21, Donovan Parks with the tackle. It looks like Benedict will start at the 24-yard line, already on the field. You can already tell they're chomping at a bit to get into the end zone. You know, offensively, I think there's still some questions as far as the execution, as far as what they're able to do, but want to make sure they're consistent. So number 86 goes to the left side. Dennis hand the football off to Taylor on the left side. He'll be brought down by a host of Maroon Tigers. Leading the charge, number 93, Zach Underwood. And that is Jaden Taylor on the rush, but tell you what, again, Maroon Tigers showing absolutely no quit. Loss on the play of about 4, so 2nd and 14 for Benedict. 12:35 and counting here in the final stanza. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network for Benedict College Tiger football. Dennis gets the snap, looks, throws to his right. Long throw there. I tell you what, falls incomplete, but that is a long throw to Jones. Tried to go to Jones. Joel Gertman covering on the play, but throwing from that left hash all the way to the right side. Very long throw. It'll be 3rd and about 14 for Benedict.
It's a nice crowd here.
It is a nice crowd.
Benedict hadn't been home in 3 weeks, so people around Columbia were ready to get out and see some Benedict College soccer football.
Definitely. I think that was Caden High on that attempted reception, but 3rd and 14. Dennis scanning the field. Has some pressure, flushed out to his left, and just throws it out of bounds, gets out of pocket. And pass will fall incomplete. Tell you what, that's a mark of a senior-level quarterback with some experience. Didn't want to take the sack and lose the yardage. Got out of the tackle box. I see a flag on the play, maybe in the area of holding. So we'll see what this call is. But just negated that field position.
Aeneas Dennis, one of these grad transfers in, played at Shorter College. I think he's had about more than 30 starts prior to coming here.
And that experience bodes well for Benedict. So you can kind of see there, even on a play that was negative. So there was a holding call declined by Morehouse. And we'll see if Mr. Picarillo will be coming on the field, or will a punt happen. Actually, a field goal, and it looks like Lucas Wynn will be kicking this.
Wow. Picarillo have his longest, I think it was 42 or 44 yards in the opening game.
So a long field goal kicker here. We'll see. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is no good. Had the length, but wide right. And so no more points on the board for Benedict. And Morehouse to get the ball back with 12:02 left in the 4th quarter. And again, another one of those coaching points. We're looking at the way the game is developed, and barring a miracle comeback, Benedict will probably win the football game, but a lot of coaching points that Coach Barry would definitely go back to the drawing board on and improve this squad.
Hey, you bet he will on that, Jamie. I even think giving a win a chance to attempt that field goal is something else he wanted to see. An opportunity to get him out there and give him a shot at a long field goal at home.
Absolutely. Had the length on it, just wide right. So West in the gun. They'll hand the ball off to Daniels. No, West will actually keep it this time. It goes out the right side, gets to about the 35-yard line. And Benedict Starks again, Johnny on the spot on the tackle. I'll tell you what, he's been all over the field.
He's a junior, third year here in the program, right here from Columbia. Again, he prepped at Irmo High School. And Coach Berry went into some very good high school programs, brought some talent here to Benedict.
Yes, he did. Fumble on the snap, but picked up by Daniels. Tried to get what he could. Looks like he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Bringing him down was Jaden Broughton again.
So 3rd and about 4 for Morehouse. We'll see if they can convert here under 12 minutes, nearly under 11 minutes. But again, fast-moving contest when you're considering everything that's been going on, but not much in the area of passing, although you've seen some passing. J-Ron Kilpatrick blitzes and looks like he'll end up getting the sack.
Kilpatrick got there. Yeah. That
did get there. I tell you what, may have stayed a little too long, but tempers flare and glad cooler heads have prevailed. But there's a flag on the play. We'll see what that flag is about.
Depending on what that flag is, somebody might be going into the locker room.
That is possible. You don't want to see that, especially if you're Benedict late in this ball game, seemingly in command.
And a good play.
Yes.
And you put your team in a great position with making that contact.
So they'll have a discussion. We'll see what this flag is about. But again, when you're looking at the way that Benedict plays defense, they go after the quarterback, and especially when you get the passing situations.
It's interesting to see who which team this penalty would be against. I knew some ruckus going on. I just couldn't quite see, where it started and that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's not who started; it's who they see ended as well.
That is so true. That is so true.
The play, unsportsmanlike conduct, 0 is Benedict. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 7 is for Morehouse.
See who's going to the locker room.
Oh, wow. Hate to see that. Not sure if he was actually kicked out of the ball game, but I think based on the standard that's set, Coach Berryman said, hey, go ahead in there and unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's the standard of Coach Berry.
Okay.
Regardless of who, which player it is, if something like that happened, you're a part of it. And Kilpatrick's a senior.
Yes.
So the senior starter, he's a 4.0 GPA student. He knows better and he should have done better.
Absolutely, but it's like a timeout, Benedict. 10:34 left. We'll take a timeout with them here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Benedict still in command by the score of 20-3.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
Since 2000,
we're back here on the Black College Sports Network. It's 4th and about 8 for the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse. And they will be punting to number 82, Jordan Black. High end over end punt will be fielded around the 30-yard line. Black has some running room. Stutter steps will be tackled at the 35-yard line, brought down by number 22, Cameron Selders. And Benedict will start 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line, but 10:20 left in the contest. Again, room for improvement for this Benedict Tiger squad. One of those improvements can be in the penalty department. As you look at, the penalties that kind of been taking place for, especially the offensive squad, they've stopped some drives, maybe some opportunities to get into the end zone, things of that nature. So definitely something they can improve upon.
Very uncharacteristics of the Coach Berry team here at Benedict to have that many penalties in the game.
So handoff this time, stutter steps and goes. That is DeAndre Duhart, brought down by number 93, Zach Underwood. Gain of about 2 on the play, so 2nd and 8 as we look at the replay. Duhart could have been stopped in the backfield, kept his feet moving, and finally brought down by the combination of Underwood and Dalen Land. So 2nd and 8.
Just went under 10 minutes left in the ball
game. I think there may be some contention as far as just getting out, pretty healthy. And with the victory by Benedict, we'll see that based on the offensive play calling. And handoff again to Duhart. The right side crosses the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and down to about, we'll see where it stopped at the 28-yard line. So DeAndre Duhart getting back to Benedict football and being able to run the football effectively.
It's like Duhart's missing his co-partner, Scott. Lightning and thunder.
As Benedict running with some tempo, stoppage of play here. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it may be a timeout, Morehouse. So there's a timeout, Morehouse. 9-10 left in the contest, and we'll keep it here. Looking at what's coming up, what do you think? What are those things that you think Benedict has to improve upon before they get to their next opponent?
Again, just getting that offense more fluent and cutting down penalties or mistakes in the red zone. It's almost like you make it to the red zone. You've made it almost to the promised land. You're setting up for it. One of the worst things you can do is back up in the red zone or out of the red zone on penalties, especially self-imposed.
Absolutely. I think when you're talking about, from the 20s to 20, you got wide open field. And then you get bogged down, and then defense in turn condenses what area you have left. So, yeah, you do have a lot of that going on, and I think they'll work to clean that up. But definitely one of those things they do need to improve upon. So 4 wide for the Benedict Tigers. They'll send a tight end in and back out. Tight formation to the right side. We'll hand off to Duhart on the right side again. Has some running room, crosses over the 25 and out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Brought out by number 4, Tyler Davis. So gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 3, 2nd and 7.
And they're 5 yards away from that red zone. We're going to see if things change from what we've been seeing so far earlier today.
We shall see. So Here's Dennis in the gun. They'll send Jones in motion to the left side. They'll throw to Jones on the left. Complete, not touched yet. It gets down to about the 17-yard line. That's number 25, Jaden Downing.
This has been a nice sustained drive by Benedict.
It has. So 1st and 10 for Benedict. Hand off to Duhart on the left side. Has some running room. Got over the 15 and down to about the 14. Actually 13. So again, running the football effectively under 8 minutes now. Benedict really taking their time, running the clock. Clock is their friend at this point. As we continue looking at what a Benedict will do on offense. Again, going into next week, you're starting those improvements right now.
And I'll tell you right now, this could very well be another game touchdown.
Crossing pattern in for the touchdown. Benedict College.
That's Caden High.
That is Caden High, who's been blocking and doing it all game. As we look at the replay, Aeneas Dennis scans the field. Perfect post pattern to Caden High and in for the touchdown. And you got to be impressed with both Aeneas Dennis and Caden High being able to connect on that. Aeneas Dennis has been more than impressive.
Especially when you talk about Caden High. He's a true freshman out of that Atlanta area, and what he's done thus far this season has been pretty phenomenal, especially for a true freshman.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 7:26 left in the contest. Your new score, Benedict 27, Morehouse 3. We'll take a break here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium here on the Black College Sports Network.
2. Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America.
And we are back here on the Black College Sports Network here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium, where Benedict has just struck again on a gorgeous pass from Aeneas Dennis to Caden Hyde. The score now 27-3 with 7:26 left here in the contest. I'm Jamie Walker alongside Anthony Robinson. And you were about to make a point before we went to break. Talk about it.
Oh, today, man, we have those ROTC cadets out here from the Army and the Navy ROTC programs here at Benedict, and they do push-ups. Matching the score that's always on the board for Benedict.
All right.
They're getting a pretty good workout, not as much as they probably expected, being that Benedict has been so successful in the past.
Absolutely. Ball fielded at the 5-yard line. Has some running room. Cross over to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Punter helps get him out of bounds, but not before a run back to the 39-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. That was number 26, Charles Daniels, the fourth, who's been the primary running back, but it looks like this will come back.
I'll tell you something that I know defensive coordinator Jordan O'Daff, Coach Jordan O'Daff, as well as Coach Berry, they don't want Morehouse in the end zone. I think on the season, this is the 5th game, they've only given up 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. So these guys are focusing on, hey, let's keep them out of the end zone. They have points on the board, but not by way of touchdown.
They do. So it's just been amazing how that defense is so formidable. You're talking about building depth. You're talking about just being able to bring in fresh players all the time. It's amazing to see the likes of a Luba Danellis be able to go out and there's no fall off. So that's absolutely a credit to Coach Berry. Ball will be kept by West. This time it looks like we may have a new quarterback in the ball game. It is number 14, Miles Scott, freshman from Laurel, Maryland. In the ball game now. Hands off to his running back.
When you bring in a brand new quarterback, a freshman, those are the kind of plays you want to give that young man.
Yeah, absolutely. To number 10, Dallas Johnson, sophomore running back from Covington, Georgia. Familiar with him. Played at Eastside High School. Has a trio of brothers that has played. On a personal note, his oldest brother played for me in middle school.
So you have a bloodline there.
I do. He is the middle brother. His younger brother right now is at Newton High School. Is one of the better running backs in the state of Georgia, Zion Johnson. But older brother played at Wingate. So definitely a great bloodline.
Well, I'll tell you what, you bring that freshman in like that in his first series, first down. And they're kind of hard to come by against Benedict.
And this is a young squad. Again, you're talking about rebuilding for the future when it comes to this Maroon Tiger squad. It's a complete pass to number 32. That's Jaden Gibson. So, again, Diego Addison on the stop. Gain of about 7 on the play. So it's like 2nd and 3 is. We are almost at the 5-minute mark. Again, a quick-moving ball game. Quick-moving second half in particular. But again, the Maroon Tigers trying to establish something going, and looks like Scott will be sacked on the play. We'll see who came up with that on the replay. Brought a free blitz at that time. Couldn't pick him up on the outside and brought down. And that was number 23, Nolan Jones, on the sack. Big loss on the play. So now 3rd and about 14 for the Maroon Tigers. 4:42 and counting here in the final stanza as the young guys are getting the play.
Nolan Jones is in because Kilpatrick is in the locker room.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It opens an opportunity for experience and for a younger player to make big plays.
Tell you what, good throw and catch that time from Miles Scott to number 20, Zion Bowie. Actually, correction, that might be number 80. Curtis Mays, the 5th. And enough for, we'll see if it's enough for a first down. It is. So moving the chains for the Maroon Tigers. 4:17 counting here in the 4th quarter.
I'm impressed with this freshman quarterback.
Very much so. Throws the sidearm Marshall. Great catch. Climbed the ladder that time. That's Brogan Quarter with the catch. And another set of downs for the Maroon Tigers. And again, talked to Coach Wiltshire this week from Morehouse. And there's some things they're trying to establish and just really rebuild the culture for that squad. He said there's not a lot of stuff that, as the ball falls incomplete, there's some things they need to put in place to make sure that they are on par. As we look at the replay, looking at the play before, Quarter just climbed the ladder to make that catch. But again, you can see the future for this squad, and it looks kind of bright. But right now they just have to establish a true weight program. They need to get on par with the rest of the teams in the conference. So there's some things Coach Wiltshire wants to do. So 2nd down, looks like that ball will fall to the turf incomplete. Try to go to number 10, Dallas Johnson. So now 3rd and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. 3:30 left in the contest. We continue looking. It's like Miles Scott looking at the sidelines for the play.
This is the play where Scott rose up.
It is. 3 receivers to the far side. Scott evading the rush, got the ball out, but falls to the turf incomplete. Try to go to number 8, Brogan Quarter. Couple of defenders defending on the play. Diego Addison in the vicinity. So 4th and 10 for the Maroon Tigers. 3:22 left in the contest.
Applying that pressure again was Dinellis, not a sack, but the pressure was there to make that ball more errant than it needed. The receiver was open. It was Dinellis putting that pressure.
Most definitely. Again, you can't say enough about that defensive line and really all the parts that come with that defensive line. You're talking about rotating 8 bodies that are generally fresh. The punt is off. Fair caught at about the 14, and that is number 10, Caden High. Actually taking that fair catch, but Benedict will get the ball back at the 15, it looks like.
3 minutes, 12 seconds left. Let's see what Coach Berry's going to put together another long drive, finish out this ball game, and again be successful with keeping another team out of the end zone.
Yes, you will. So just getting the score. Savannah State now leads 25-24 over Edward Waters. 25-20 over Edward Waters. So a barn burner down there in Savannah, Georgia. 4 minutes left in that contest. 3:12 here left in this one. And definitely in command is Jaden Taylor. Runs the football for Benedict. 27-3 leading over Morehouse. Under 3 minutes now. Looks like they'll just be content running the football, getting out of here with the W, and going 1-0 once again. As is not cliche when it comes to Coach Berry. He means it.
Coach Berry, you bet. Coach Berry certainly means, and everybody else affiliated with the program means the same thing.
Great pitch and catch that time.
Ball's on the ground.
The ball's on the ground. We'll see if they call it incomplete. And try to go to number 9, Jabari Tucker that time.
Tucker's upset with himself because he should have hauled that pass.
Yeah, you got to hold on to that ball. Well-thrown ball by Aeneas Dennis. And again, you can see his ability to be able to throw the ball. So 3rd and 9 for Benedict. 2:33 left in the contest. And again, never really in doubt. You saw Morehouse kind of sort of be able to do a couple of things, move the football and get on the board early. You thought they would do some more of that as Dennis throws and ball falls incomplete. Try to go to Jalen Jones, defending on the play. Number 0, Carol's Donovan.
I would imagine that's something that last attempt was something that quarterback Aeneas Dennis wish he could have done. Pass hit the ground, probably not due to Jalen Jones.
Absolutely. Benedict punting now. Charlie Cooper set the punt. Back to return. Number 1, Marquez Pride for the Maroon Tigers. Looks like the punt may have been blocked or may have even been shanked, but that ball will go out of bounds at the 32. So 1st and 10, good field position for the Maroon Tigers and an opportunity to get a touchdown on the board or at least some more points.
Well, this is where, Benedict's backs are against the wall. Morehouse have an opportunity to do something that only one other program has done to Benedict, which is score a touchdown. So we're going to see how this last 2 minutes and 13 seconds will play out. Resiliency on both sides of the ball at this point.
Absolutely. I think when it comes to any team, they want to kind of defy the odds and, just go from there. But we shall see. So good offensive possession last time for Morehouse. We'll see if they can continue the momentum. So in the quarterback, Miles Scott will run the reverse this time to number 8. Brogan Quarter had some running room and brought down after crossing over the 25 down to about the 22. So 9-yard pickup.
In fact, that was number 23 who came down with that stop, Nolan Jones.
So Nolan Jones on the stop. Not before a 9-yard pickup, 147 and counting here in the 4th quarter. So Scott in the gun. Looking to pass. Shoots pass on the right side. Looks like it is caught by Marquez Pride, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is about.
Offense, number 7, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
I'm very impressed with this freshman quarterback.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, a different kind of arm angle, but still being able to get the ball out is impressive. Got that holding call there, and it was a really good throw to Marquez Pride, but holding call negates it.
He's in thrown against the Sharks, man. And this young kid is really moving the ball against Benedict.
Yes, he is. I mean, when you're looking at the way he's kind of just taking command of the offense, it looks like, even to me, they're opening it up a little more with him. So throws a swing pass. It's like that'll fall incomplete with 1:30 left in the contest. Got rushed that time. So Fort Valley is the next opponent for Benedict. We'll see. That's a formidable opponent coming in, riding some momentum. Not sure what the score is in their game down the street, actually, against Allen tonight.
I'll tell you what, that Benedict Fort Valley State game will be a Thursday night game. It'll be basically the only game in the state that's happening on that day.
It will. Scott is taken down this time. didn't have much time at all to set his feet and throw, but again, as we look at the previous play.
That's number 8, Broughton, Jaden Broughton.
Jaden Broughton on the sack. Takes the Maroon Tigers back, and we're nearly at a minute. We'll see what Scott decides to do here in the Maroon Tiger offense. But again, a dominant performance by Benedict, but not the usual dominance that you see. You saw some things they definitely need to clean up.
Yes, and I do see Scotland on the sideline. He's in street clothes, so I'm hoping there's nothing that's going to keep him out long. And I knew something didn't look right. We hadn't seen him play at all, or even in uniform. So I see him on the sideline now with a timeout on the field.
For sure, I think, when it comes to this game, maybe the approach is a little bit different just based on the records. And also, something Coach Barry told me was, even in the preseason, he talked about the backfield. He talked about being loaded in that area. So it's not a thing of, even moving one of the wide receivers to the actual running back position and being loaded in that area. So I don't think it was a worry that, that Scotland would be out this game, because you have DeAndre Duhart, you have Taylor, you have others that can tote the mail.
And, Duhart hadn't played much this season himself due to injury. So it's good to see him get back on the field. And he carried the load quite, for the most part. It's been all Duhart for the most part.
It has. So 4th and long for the Maroon Tigers. Shoots a pass down the middle, and it is caught by number 8, climbing the ladder again, Brogan Quarter. And tackled by number 45, Amari Pettis.
He climbed the ladder and got that.
He did. So never saying quit are those Maroon Tigers. As we get a spike and that ball falls incomplete.
21 seconds left. We're going to see if Morehouse is going to score a touchdown on Benedict, or if Benedict's going to have the pull to keep them out of the end zone. Again, this team has given up 1 touchdown all season.
You know what? I mean, they're playing for pride. When it comes to the stuff like that, you want, they gave up 3 points, but can we keep it without a touchdown? Ball is thrown up and falls to the turf, incomplete.
I tell you what, pride definitely being played on both sides of this ball tonight. Because you think about the Tigers and Benedict, they don't want anybody to score a touchdown.
They really don't.
They don't want that on their back. Man, Morehouse came in and scored a touchdown on us. Morehouse definitely want to get in the end zone on Benedict.
You truly don't. So 17 seconds left in the contest. Scott looking to pass, throws one in the end zone, and it is intercepted. And we'll see if it can be returned. Still on his feet, looking for the number.
It's going to be a touchdown.
And that is number 20. Gets out of bounds at around the 24. And it was beautiful. Stops the Maroon Tiger threat. And that was number 29, Gerard Washington, and that's how the ball game will end. And the Benedict Tigers go to 5-0, 1-0 when it comes to Coach Barry's standard, but go to 5-0, and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse fall to 0-5. The final score, 27, Benedict 27, Morehouse 3. It's been a blast here on the Black College Sports Network, as seeing Benedict dominate as usual. Kind of a different approach and kind of a different type of game, but a dominant performance nonetheless. You saw a lot. The coaching staff will go back to the drawing board and definitely put those corrections in. But, again, Benedict, showing their dominance and continuing their winning ways.
Well, I'll tell you, man, Benedict's pride themselves on going 1-0 each week. That's happened. You and I will say 5-0. But according to those in uniform and the staff, coaching staff, and everybody associated with it, they're 1-0. I tell you what as well, it took a whole lot to keep Morehouse out of the end zone. And that's another win for the defense, although the team won as a whole. That's something else the defense prided themselves with. Hey, we keep people out of the end zone. You have to take my hat off to Morehouse as well. Again, the score doesn't indicate teams all the time. And Morehouse is young. They have a way to go, new coaching staff. And then they came against a very hot team. And they came to Charlie Johnson Stadium to play these Tigers of Benedict. And those guys are, they're ready to go. They have their sight set on the SIAC championship again, but their sight is doing it 1 week at a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, again, your final score, Benedict 27, Morehouse 3. Once again, it has been a blast here from Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. Glad you have joined us for this contest, and make sure you continue to support the Black College Sports Network as we continue to bring you the best in Black college sports. So, for Jamie Walker, for Anthony Robinson, I'm Jamie Walker. Make sure you enjoy the replays here as we're looking at the touchdowns and all the scoring drives here. Again, when it comes to the Benedict, you definitely saw more scoring than not when it came to the points they put on the board. You see the passes going all the way around. You saw just the offensive output in general. So when it comes to looking at this squad, again, you can see the improvements. And looking at the crowd still here, singing their praises to the football team. I know some parents in the area, recruits in the area looking at this squad. And it's a beautiful night for football, beautiful night in general. Glad you could join us here, but definitely come out to the stadium and, support your squad, support HBCU football in general, support HBCU athletics and everything that's encompassing with that. So, final score once again, Benedict 27 and Morehouse 3. Anthony, what are your final thoughts?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say this. First and foremost, Black College Sports Network, man, it's nothing like being here with you guys. Jamie, I enjoyed it. It's been some time since we've been here together. Tonight was something I enjoyed looking out, not only what was happening on the football field, but the stands, the fans were into it, the band was into it. We talked about the ROTC cadets. They were into it, the cheerleaders, everything associated with tonight. And then we had a game where Benedict did well. Some ups and downs, but not enough ups and downs to give them the L. Also not enough ups and downs to allow Morehouse to make it into the end zone.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, once again, the final score, Benedict 27 and the Morehouse College Tigers 3. For Roy Evans, for Anthony Robinson, I'm Jamie Walker. Glad you could join us here on the Black College Sports Network.